Hello, welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to a new Dead City episode. This is episode 4 from season 2, and before I start I want to tell you that every week you can get early access to these episodes, especially now that The Last of Us over. Next week I will also instantly be editing it on Monday, which means you can already see the episode on Monday, and on Tuesday it will come online on YouTube. So that's a day early access, but beside that there's also the uncut reaction tier, and there you can see my full reactions to these episodes without any cuts. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure to check it out. The link to my Patreon is in the description. So last time we had some interesting moments, and I think the one that stayed with me the most was the moment that Herschel was in the park with the girl, and then that one man showed up who tried to kill them, but then Negan saved him, and then he had his gun pointed at Negan. And the thing is, he was standing there face to face with Negan, and I saw some interesting discussions about that, or like not even discussions. People were just like kind of analyzing the scene, and I think that was very interesting because someone asked why, if he doesn't care about Negan, because that's what he says, why did he still fire the gun? And then I was thinking like, yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't care about Negan, but he does care about his mom, and he sees that his mom is so obsessed with this man. And because of that, Herschel feels like their bond isn't what it should be, because she's so obsessed with him. And I think just because she's so obsessed with him, I think that's the reason why he starts to hate Negan as well. Not because he hates Negan, because like he said, he doesn't care, but because of his mom, who is so obsessed with him. To be honest, to me that was clear, but I saw that a lot of people were kind of analyzing that, and I thought it would be like interesting to kind of repeat that. But yeah, that is indeed how I understood the scene. Also, one thing I forgot is in The Walking Dead, we had a scene where Herschel is even younger, like where he really is a kid, and he also has a gun pointed at Negan. And I completely forgot about that scene, even though I think that was even my thumbnail for that episode. I also saw it because people were commenting on the episode, on TV Time I mean, and I saw someone post that picture and I was like, oh my god, that is a parallel. So I think that was pretty cool to see, so I also had to mention that. For the rest, I also saw a lot of people who were like sad that the girl died, and same, because I feel like there was potential there. Someone posted a picture of Herschel and that girl, and someone said like, they had such Glaggy vibes, like Glenn and Maggie. Because indeed, the girl kinda, it's just because she had the same haircut, of course, but she kind of made me think of Maggie, and then Herschel, of course, the son of Glenn. So just seeing them together, they indeed kind of had that vibe, and I don't know, it was just pretty cute to see. But yeah, then the girl died, of course. And honestly, I was very interested in the character of the girl, and I would have loved to see more of her, but I also understood why they killed her off. Could have been another character though, just someone of their like group. I think that was really just to show like the way they live, and that was the reason why the hearts were like cut open and all. So I guess it made sense just for us to see how that group works and how their ways are. But still, it was indeed sad to see her go, because I was very curious about her. Yeah, with all of that said, I'm going to watch a new episode now. I don't have a lot of expectations. I just hope Maggie and Negan are maybe finally gonna see each other, because of course that is interesting. For the rest, I have no idea what to expect, so I'm just gonna watch this episode.
I can't stop thinking about it. It was like traveling back in time, waking up from a long nightmare. To see Fun City all lit up. You are hungry. Good. Got a very big day ahead of us.
Okay. Yeah, I was also interested in that guy. Like, we're gonna see more about him.
Matters is he's willing to talk, right?
He wants to discuss terms. Slippery eel, looking only to feed his own mouth. We trust the word he says.
We shouldn't. We've only won a battle, not the war. New Babylon will be back. We need our army. We need Bruegel and his men. So we just have to make nice. Don't forget anything in the car.
Oh, don't forget anything in the car. It's about him.
Takes a lot to phase you. Can't say the same for him. There's a reason we needed you. He is too emotional. He's volatile. Make sure he doesn't fuck it up.
Whatever you say, boss.
I imagine your family must be crossing the Appalachians by now. Very treacherous past. I'll pray for them.
Just every day she takes the chance to at least once mention his family, to be like, hey, you know who you should be loyal to? Yeah. Damn, so they're holed up in that building.
That got Herschel back, the Croat took Negan away.
So you traded. I thought you two were working together. I thought Negan was helping you.
Killed Herschel's dad. And I had to get my son back.
I'd have done the same. And then you saw him in the park yesterday with Barassi. Negan's been with the Barassi. He's got to know something about the methane where they're set up. We gotta find him. Know what he knows.
How are you gonna explain this to Narvaez? You being the Negan Slayer and all.
I'll figure it out. Jenny?
I found something in her bag. A gun. I think she took it from one of the other officers. And it felt like she didn't want anybody to know. Like she was saving it for someone.
Let's keep this between us for now.
Hope the traffic wasn't too bad. Welcome. I assume
Negan with the bat.
whatever it was you were looking for in the park.
No. The park usually leaves nothing to find. I like what you've done with the place. More refined. I was shocked to hear he had lost it to you. One of your little games.
Go big or go homeless.
Got yourself a lot of mirrors here, Slick.
It's to help reflect the natural light coming into the museum.
I love that he's just writing everything down. Like captured by the enemy, but this is history.
It is highly flammable. All it takes is a match.
Good thing none of us are looking to play with fire today. Thank you. With this much methane, I'm sure we could probably power a toaster. Kidding. Would you like your jackets off? Coats, coats, coats. Who are you? Who might you be?
Mr. Pierce, a historian. I brought him along to record all the history we'll be making.
Oh, I love I so apologize for forcing you to come all this way.
Not at all. The least I could do for such a lavish gift.
It's so new. You'd appreciate the Goya. I'd love to show you around.
Lead the way.
Oh, my darling, I will.
He's funny. I feel like we haven't really seen that much of him yet, like from his character and all.
Why do I get the feeling we're going on an audio tour?
We'll just be gone a day or so.
I'm thinking we keep it small. Maggie, Herschel, and me, seen as we're the ones who know the Barassi. Move along the perimeter. If we're lucky, we'll find out where they're housing the methane.
There's no perimeter, not anymore. The old art museum at the edge of the park, which means it's time for you to go, like we discussed.
If you give us a day, I'll scout the museum while the others pack up. When I get back, we'll head out.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
1776.
1776.
To capture 2/3 of England's forces, turn the entire war around. Washington crosses the Delaware. This is my favorite piece in the whole museum. Small island taking on a federation of powerful colonies. This went for 15.3 million at Sotheby's. Can you imagine? I mean, not that we're counting zeros anymore. Megan, that's what you think?
Pretty.
It's cool, I guess. Never been a big art lover. I'm more of a movie poster kind of guy.
You yourself have quite defied them. Armor, weaponry, all of it won in a gamble at the plaza. You are new money.
Yes, Lady Luck has just smiled on me.
Oh no, Lady Luck has not only smiled, she has kissed you on the mouth. How many fights has your champion won in a row?
I've never counted.
Oh yeah, they do all the bets with the fights.
Now, if I were someone upon whom Lady Luck had frowned, wonder how your champion could be so persistent, victorious.
Biggest dude wins. And even from the cheap seats the other night, you, my friend, have the biggest dude. Big fucking Frankenstein of a dude.
He is, isn't he? You're all going to be happy then, because today you have a front row seat to an
Oh.
exhibition match. A feisty friendly. Are we hungry? Lunch after me.
I don't really get it because like she really doesn't want to live in the past anymore. So I guess that's also why she's kind of annoyed. Like she doesn't want to hear that much about history, I feel like, because she's like, no, we have to live now, we have to look at the future. But still she's bringing Pierce to write down the history. I'm always a bit confused about that part. Like what is up with her and history?
Can't tell you how many times Joe pulled a fire alarm.
What's a fire alarm? What?
It was a bell. You pull it.
it.
All right, here's a question. What food do you miss most? For me, it's no contest. Breakfast sandwich.
Jelly donut. Maybe a Kit Kat.
Oh,
Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that. Kit Kat.
Herschel's like, what the hell?
Sometimes early on, you luck out and find a candy bar.
Last time I saw a candy bar was 3 years in. It was my birthday. And it surprised me.
I don't see what was so great about the old world. From what it looks like, it's just everybody fighting each other, killing each other for resources,
Isn't it the same now?
for power.
It's not all it was.
The more people try to bring it back, it just leads to more fighting, killing. I saw some blackberries.
Okay, just be careful.
I get what he's saying, but I feel like this exact same thing is happening now here, but just with less people. What the fuck? They're all just like, what the hell, and he's enjoying this. Okay, she's enjoying it too, I guess.
Interesting that even when nothing is at stake to let your champion fight.
Champion. I'm sorry. No, I'm not making fun. Your accent's just so fucking exotic. It's Serbian.
Croatian.
Jesus, making fun of accents.
Interesting.
Is that a rat?
Not hungry?
Saving myself for the second course.
That's it. I knew I'd seen you before. I'd been doing all this research on the old world. One of the New York papers, I kept coming across these reviews. Plays and musicals, they were so witty and scathing. There was a photo and it was her.
Ah.
She used to be the critic, make or break careers.
Oh, she doesn't like this.
She basically ran the city. There was that whole thing at the King's Something Theater.
What whole thing?
There was this writer wrote a play called The Little Empress, Thinly Veiled Mockery.
Well, that sounds like a goddamn hit.
Well, it was actually. There was an altercation with the writer and well, she
I bit him.
Oh. Okay.
What was that drawing you were showing me? The one with the fallen sky bridge.
Oh, Herschel made that, yeah.
Riveting. Who drew it again? Herschel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, don't worry. I knew our boy was involved. Second, he sent the smoke signal.
Test the carrots. The carrot, please. Satisfaction for me about carrot.
Is he really just making fun of his accent constantly now? Sorry, but people who make fun of accents, that's just so low.
Having a kid, scariest thing of all, especially when it's just you. All I think about day and night is keeping my girls safe, making sure they never go through what we had to.
I know I seem hard on the outside, but deep down I'm terrified all the time.
Strange to think I'm fighting so hard to bring back a world that my daughters never knew. Is that what they even want?
Good question, yeah.
How much of it is for them and how much for us?
Because indeed, one time your generation is gonna die and there's only gonna be people who were born in the apocalypse who don't know any better. Like, they don't even ask for this. They don't care. Because they don't know.
Not for New Babylon. That much is clear.
I'm here to kill the man that killed my father.
Negan killing everyone's father.
You know, I grew up outside of Jacksonville, surrounded by family. And then suddenly, I was all alone. When I got to New Babylon, they looked at me like I was an animal. There was one person who refused to give up on me. She'd soon be Governor Bird. She gave me this very pistol. A respect for order and justice. She taught me that no society can flourish without the law.
Ah, so this is her backstory.
No murder can go without retribution.
Okay.
That man that killed your father, you say he's still here. Is his name Negan?
Yeah. Really just looks like the monster of Frankenstein. So I guess this is how they get them to attack each other. Because that was the thing I was wondering about. But I think they throw something like human guts over them. So they smell that. And then they attack because they smell humans. And then because he wants to eat the human, but they put the horn here, he like stabs him like that. I guess that's it then.
His name was Tony. He taught me the true meaning of service. To our newfound alliance. We grow today not only in numbers, but in zeal. I would like to propose a small, tiny addendum. Let's build a second methane facility right here in the museum. Double our output. All that's needed is the sharing and pooling of expertise.
Absolutely not. I'll have to remind you, you are in no position to ask for anything. We are the ones who beat New Babylon on the water. We are the ones who are holding all of the cards.
Oh, that's one opinion.
He is cheating. I asked before, how is it Bruegel's champion never loses? How is it he and his cronies grow only richer while the others sink into poverty? Champion, his reflexes are quick, maybe too quick. Have you injected him with something?
What are you talking about?
Methylphenidate?
Is that even possible?
Oh.
Because Negan was right. He truly is Frankenstein.
This is so absurd.
Chemicals can easily be detected. Administration of femproporics, which I would be more than happy to do. Pistols and the others? I can only imagine how they would react. But I am thinking that this does not need to happen because we are all friends.
It's getting late. We should get your coats.
Okay, so he's right.
You know what?
Why is she being so weird?
Understandably. If I was accused of amping up a walker to cheat, I'd be pissed off too. Both still want something, right? So, we do it your way. If Frankenstein wins, you get your methane. But we pick a guy and he wins, then you join our alliance. No addendums.
You're on.
I wonder who they're gonna pick then.
Do you remember the story about when we were on the road, you found the lightning bug? Do you actually remember it?
Yeah.
And the way that I tell it, is that how you remember it too?
You said I was 5 or 6, but I think I was older. Earlier that day, you told me to get some firewood. Could hear you crying. Always so sad at that time. And you didn't know I was back yet, so I pretended to take a little longer. But that night, I wanted to do something to cheer you up, I guess. And then I saw this lightning bug in the distance.
Sorry. I didn't know.
Hey.
Oh. Is that the guy they're gonna choose?
What is it?
But are they also gonna inject him with something then? Must also be weird to see him with that bat again.
They're going back to the museum.
Then we need to find a way in. I could create a distraction or something.
And then I can get him alone. I've got an idea. Not that I like it.
Exciting. I think they're finally gonna meet this episode then.
You're sure about this?
Like an underdog.
Okay, I would be an underdog.
What is the plan here? That is a tiny guy.
Control of the methane is too important to wager on a game.
The rules. No physical contact. There's no restrictions on armor. Back of the head is exposed. Take your pick.
You know, I think I'm good. Like I said, I like an underdog.
What? What is it?
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god!
Oh my fucking god!
How did this get in there?
Oh no.
Put it out! Throw yourself against it! Turns out we are playing with fire today.
Mm-hmm.
There's liking the underdog, and then there's just being stupid. I assume you know the difference.
Well, let's hope so.
He has a plan. Maggie.
Where are you going?
The boys' room. Rat has a tendency to go right through me. Maggie, you came back. Why?
Not for you.
Be a little strange if came back to bust out the guy that you threw in the slammer.
You can call us the slammer, like you're holding up just fine.
Forget a credit card or something. Oh, shit. I get it. Finally got you on the payroll. Coming to me for help. And I am sensing a bit of a pattern here, Maggie.
We need to secure the methane. It's for a just cause. It's going to help a lot of people. Anything you could tell us. Process. How
Good seeing you two. I want to hear it from you.
I'll meet you and Herschel back at the rendezvous point.
Yeah, what does this guy think? That Negan is just gonna help him after everything?
You think I want to be here? I don't give a shit about the methane. Sooner I help them, sooner Herschel and I can go back to living our lives.
As
I don't
always.
need anything from you, just a location.
I can't help you. I can barely help myself. I give you anything, and the people I'm looking out for, I can't.
Yeah.
Who? Annie and Joshua.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Cathedral, 51st and 5th.
Yeah, at least she knows the situation now.
It's Herschel. She got to him somehow, helping
Who?
her.
Who got to him?
Can't trust him.
No.
I am telling you how they knew
You don't know what you're talking about.
Go.
Yeah, before they kill one of his friends again. No, I think Negan is a bit more careful with making friends now, I guess. Okay, at least she knows the situation now, and she got the warning about Herschel, so she might not instantly believe it, but at least she knows something is up then. Just something to look out for. Ah.
Isn't this a nice surprise?
I say the proceedings can begin.
One thing that also crossed my mind for a second was just like, what if his guy is just like a real guy dressed as a walker? But yeah, I think they would have figured that out by now.
Let him go.
All right.
Here we go.
It looks so silly.
Frankenstein can't get him.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Oh, he can't get him because he's too small? Hey.
Hey, come on, smell. Come here, Shorty, come on.
I think that's cheating.
What the hell are you doing? Rule says no physical contact. Whoa.
What the hell? Yeah, I guess if it's no physical contact.
What are you doing?
Physical contact.
What are you doing? Tear him. Tear him. Come on! Come on.
Oh.
Come on, boys. Hey, no touch.
He touched him. He's stuck? Wait, is that's his guy who won? Oh my god.
What if we could fight?
Wow, that was one for the history books, huh? You got all that down, Mr. Pierce. Now, even though we won the match, I think what we've really won is each other's trust. Played by the rules-ish.
Ish.
In the spirit of trust, I am willing to join the alliance. No strings attached. Well, come on.
How did he do this?
Both of you. Come on, give it up.
What did he say to him? Huh?
Come on!
Okay, I'm just as confused as everyone.
Where's Herschel?
What took you so long?
Yeah,
Nothing, we want to get out.
Did Negan give you anything?
he did.
We really have to do this again?
The Dama would like to find you a more permanent home.
Okay. I feel like she wasn't too pleased with him telling the story.
Your family would be so proud. They will be proud.
Mm-hmm. He's like, sure, whatever.
Negan, join me.
Ooh, the crow will not like that.
Power is a funny thing. The old world, at least. You were so close today. It almost tasted. You did wonderfully today. Moved well, you fought well.
Was I right? Is this an actual person who, like, completely behaves as a walker? Method acting.
Had a really good run. Tony, I've been good to you, no? Tony?
What the hell?
Oh, there have been. Right? I'd like to think in a way that I've served you too. I have given you the most valuable thing of all in this world. A purpose.
Uh-huh.
But
The way he's holding the
now
rat.
that our secret's out, they're no longer of any use to me.
Poor guy.
We were so close.
What? Is that what Negan said to him? Like, I know your secret or something? Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe I actually thought this and then I was like, no, that's way too far-fetched.
Higher the risk, higher the yield. I'm not out of moves just yet.
What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Okay, I have to say, I feel like they're finally picking up the pace here. There were some really interesting things. And of course, with the highlight of Maggie and Negan sharing a scene together. It was so short, but I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of why we're here. I think it was also so fun that they thought of like, we should let Maggie use the whistle to get his attention because he instantly knows like that's meant for him and no one else really knows that. So I think that was also very smart. Yeah, and he told her about Herschel now. So yeah, what we see now after, like she hugged him and she was like, hey, what took you so long? But he doesn't really say anything and she didn't really ask more. But I feel like she is gonna confront him with it later. But I also feel like she wants to trust him. Like, it's her son. So I get that, of course, you don't want to accept that your son is betraying you or, like, in your eyes, working with the bad guy. So I feel like she maybe wants to see some more proof first or something. I'm not sure. But at least it's something she can pay attention to now. So I think that's a nice thing. I also think the Dama, her character, there is so much more, but we don't really know what. But the way she's behaving, it's so weird, but I'm intrigued. And I gotta say, the acting of this woman is really good because you really know there's something going on, but you don't know exactly what. And I'm so curious to find out more about her. I just want to know more about what's going on here. Also, It was very interesting to hear more about her past. Of course, she told the one thing herself, but also the one thing Piers told about her being like, what was it called? Like a reviewer or a critic. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that she bit someone. And the thing is, while Piers was telling that story, her face, it was just so anxious. Like she was begging him to stop telling it, but she couldn't really say it or anything. And it was also, Piers was mostly looking at Negan while he was telling it. But in the background, we see her like looking really anxious and all. And at first I was like, oh, she really doesn't want him to tell this. Oh, this guy's gonna die next, I thought. Like, okay, she's gonna be angry about this. But then in the end, she told the last thing herself. So then I was fine or something. I don't know, I just can't really put my finger on like the behavior. Like, I don't get it, but I'm intrigued. So that's kind of the thing. Okay, and then the guy, they went to visit in the museum because of the alliance. From the start, I was thinking like, what if his fighter is just human and he's pretending it to be a walker? But I felt like it already went so far, and I feel like someone should have known by now. But then when we actually saw the guy in the end, I feel like he just kind of treats that guy as a walker. He just treats him like that. And this guy just honestly started to believe that's what he is or something. I don't know, it's such a weird situation, but in the end, that was the case. And then when Negan said the things like, did you inject him with something? I was like, yeah, of course, that makes more sense. But it was just like a guy eating rats. It's insane. And then I also think, because at first the deal was if he won, then they would get the methane, like a new methane thing there in the museum. And they won, but then in the end, Negan whispered something to him, and I think it was about the guy that he knew. Because we did see the one scene where Negan was outside the fence, and the walker, he kind of grabbed him, and then Negan could really see his eyes. And I noticed that too, like, hey, those don't look like walker eyes. Those really look like human eyes to me. So then again, I thought like, is this just a guy, you know? And then Negan whispered something, and I think it was about that, because later he kills him, and he's like, yeah, he got too close to the truth. So I think maybe by saying that, he kind of threatened him, like, hey, I'll reveal the secret if you don't go along with our terms, you know? So I think that's what happened here. So in the end, they did get what they want, and Dama's real proud of Negan because, this is exactly what she wanted, and he did it in the end. No one really knows how, but he did it. And I'm just so annoyed with every time she mentions his family, because it's obviously constantly a threat. But then in the end, because she was like proud of him, she was like, I'm sure they're gonna be fine, you know? So, yeah. Also, in the end, he got to go in the back seat with Dama, and the Croat had to get in the front seat. He had to keep the door open for them. That must have felt kind of fucked for him, because kind of feels like Negan is getting like a rank higher than him now or something. And Negan already kind of tried to put them against each other. So yeah, I feel like for him this is also not very nice, or he's kind of scared for his position or something. I don't know. Yeah, of course, now I mentioned all these scenes, but of course we also had the scene with Ginny. Well, we all kind of knew already, like, she was there to kill Negan because he killed her father. But now she actually said it, so now we know for sure, like, this is actually the reason why she came. Even though it was very obvious to me already, but maybe there was more to it because that woman knows it now. And we actually see her be like, yeah, the law, and he needs to pay, and sure, you take your gun and do what you have to do. At first I thought she'd actually take the gun from her, but then later when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it makes sense, because she's all about the law. And of course, she still wants Negan to, like, pay, because that's the law. And I mean, for her, I think this is only good. Like, another person who wants him to pay. So, yeah. And of course, we had a scene where Herschel and Dama met. It was really short. But yeah, that was also the reason why he was on the roof later. And Maggie kind of knows now, so she asked him about it. But yeah, I feel like those things were all already kind of clear in my head, but this episode cleared it all a bit more up, if that makes sense. But I still feel like there's so much unanswered. And yeah, like I said, this episode really picked up the pace. It was really exciting. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what the rest of the season is going to bring. We're halfway now. I still think it took a bit too long for it to finally get exciting, but I'm happy we got an exciting episode now, and I'm really curious for the rest. So like I said, if you want to see my full reaction to this episode and the other ones, then check out my Patreon, the link's in the description. You can subscribe to the uncut reaction tier and see the full reactions, or you can subscribe to the early access tier, and there you can see my reactions a day early every week. Also, let me know what you thought of this episode. If you have anything to add, or if I missed something, just let me know in the comments down below. And if you like my reaction, then please leave a like, subscribe, and then again. I really hope to see you next time. Bye!